This is the Troll Freakin.
Messed my intro up. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Troll Patrol Live. It's a freaking Monday afternoon. Trump has met with Zelenskyy in the Oval Office. Brother, if you want content before 2 o'clock Eastern time from me, you're shit out of luck. My ass don't go to bed early enough to get up and make content before 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Eastern time. For friends out there on the West Coast, it's about 11:30 for them. I was actually up at 9 a.m. this morning. It was like, oh, the Zelenskyy thing's going on. Let's see if that's happening already. It was like, oh, it's this afternoon. I was like, all right, I'm going back to bed. And that's how we're here now. The meeting with Zelenskyy has happened inside of the Oval Office. It was just Trump and Zelenskyy. We are now awaiting possibly a full press conference from Zelenskyy and all the other European leaders that accompanied him to the White House. We're going to talk about why that was. We're also going to call a news station that claimed copyright on one of my videos, and we're going to talk to their news director about why they did that. Princess Kimberly, Warlord, Meatcakes, welcome in. Good afternoon. All that and a lot freaking more on this special report edition of the Troll Patrol Live. My kick not working. I was trying to get kick working. I don't know why. 6-digit security code. Fucking fuck. I can't do it easily. Oh, there's the code. Hold on. Fucking fuck. Oh my God. I hate you, Kick. I'm going to have to do it later. So sorry, nobody is watching us on Kick right now. My apologies to Kick viewers that may have been wanting to watch this Trump-Zelenskyy press conference. Here is the live shot currently in the White House. This is what we are waiting on, a press conference with the European leaders and Zelenskyy. We're going to go back. We're going to watch. It was only about 20 minutes and nowhere near as contentious as what it was last time. But we're going to go back and watch the actual meeting in the Oval Office that they had about an hour ago.
Leaders with Zelenskyy and President Trump.
Yeah, here we go. We will watch the press conference from earlier while we wait for what should be a press conference with the whole contingent. European leaders along with Trump and Zelenskyy. It was the scene inside the White House earlier.
Pretty amazing.
Flo, welcome in.
Not too long.
No, very short. Very short.
In between us.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to have the president of Ukraine with us. We've had a lot of good discussions, a lot of good talks, and I think progress is being made, very, very substantial progress in many ways. We had a good meeting, as you know, just a short while ago with the president of Russia, and I think there's a possibility that something could come out of it, and today's meeting is very important. We have, I guess, the seven very powerful leaders from Europe, and we're going to be meeting with them right after this meeting, and thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. If I can, first of all, thank
Please.
you for invitation, and thank you very much for your efforts.
The reason why they've suspended elections is they're scared that, Russia will be able to influence the election because not everybody is at their home where they can vote. They've been displaced, or that Russia might threaten a polling site or something to that effect. That is why they have suspended elections, which is per their constitution. This was earlier. This happened about an hour ago. They're currently in the meeting with all of the European leaders and Zelensky. We are awaiting possibly a press conference once they come out. I was paused. That's why AP not running behind. I was just not live with it. My dumb ass. Here we go.
Is everything okay? You all set? Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
They all look so happy. So they're going to head in here to this table. We're going to have some sort of press conference.
Today we're going to call President Putin right after this meeting.
Here we go. Them sitting down at the table. And you see the translators over there.
Isn't it it's such an incredible place.
We're just slightly behind, a couple minutes.
A big ballroom. Beautiful. Right here.
He's talking about the ballroom.
It would be right through that. Right through here. It's going to be, I'll tell you, but it's going to be fantastic, actually. I think we're going to have a successful talk today.
Yeah, me too.
Please, come on in. Do you guys want to take some questions or anything? You feel like it?
It's got 10 minutes, but we have 2 minutes.
Sid.
They're too long.
Hi, Mark.
Say 2 words.
Yeah, good. Well, thank you very much. It's a great honor to have you here. Special place. White House is special no matter where you're from. Represents so much, and it really is beautiful. And thank you for all of the wonderful things that took place today. We've had a very successful day thus far. And important discussions as we work to end the killing and stop the war in Ukraine. We're all working for the same goal, very simple goal. We want to stop the killing, get this settled. I've just had the honor of being with President Zelensky and all of the discussions that we've had. We covered a lot of territory, and I spoke indirectly with President Putin today. We're going to call President Putin right after this meeting. I'm sure we're going to have a solid meeting, good meeting, maybe a great meeting, and we're going to try and work out a trilat after that and see if we can get it finished, put this to sleep, because this is not since the Second World War has there been anything like this. So I'm honored to welcome NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte, who's a great gentleman, great political leader in Europe generally, but now he's the NATO Secretary General, and you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you very much, Mark. Prime Minister Starmer of the United Kingdom, our friend and my friend, and doing really well. And people like him a lot. We all like him. Everyone knows President Macron of France, who's been with me from the beginning, one of the first people I met as a foreign dignitary, and I liked him from day one. And I like him even more now. That's pretty good. That's unusual. That's a pretty unusual thing. Prime Minister Meloni of Italy, who's a really a great leader and an inspiration over there. She's served now, even though she's a very young person, she's served there for a long period of time relative to others. They don't last very long. You've lasted a long time. You're going to be there a long time. Chancellor Merz of Germany, who is a very strong person and a very strong leader and very highly respected in Germany. and he's my friend, and it's an honor to have him as my friend. Thank you very much. Very good. You look great with your tan. Where did you get that tan? I want to get a tan like that.
That's true.
President Stube of.
But you got orange makeup.
He's somebody that. Where are we here? Where?
I'm right here.
Oh, you look better than I've ever seen you look. But you've done a great job, and we wanted to have you here because you're somebody that we all respect. And you've had a lot to do with the success, I think, and the potential success. And thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it. And the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, who is somebody that we just made a big deal with all of those countries. I don't know. I think you might be more powerful than all these guys at this table. I don't know. But we had a great negotiation, and you're respected all over the world. So I want to thank you very much for being here. It's a great honor to have you. The Alaska Summit reinforced my belief that while difficult, peace is within reach, and I believe that in a very significant step, President Putin agreed that Russia would accept security guarantees for Ukraine, and this is one of the key points that we need to consider, and we're going to be considering that at the table also, like who will do what, essentially. I'm optimistic that collectively we can reach an agreement that would deter any future aggression against Ukraine, and I actually think there won't be. I think that's even overrated, largely overrated, but we're going to find out. And I think that the European nations are going to take a lot of the burden. We're going to help them, and we're going to make it very secure. We also need to discuss the possible exchanges of territory, taking into consideration the current line of contact. That means the war zone, the war lines that are pretty obvious, very sad, actually, to look at them. And negotiating positions.
I got a piece for you, Globus.
Also, you have President of Ukraine, who is you just met a little while ago, and we're going to try and get a three-party meeting.
Just met him.
As soon as we can. And I have a feeling you and President Putin are going to work something out. Ultimately, this is a decision that can only be made by President Zelenskyy and by the people of Ukraine working also together in agreement with President Putin. And I just think that's very good things are going to come of it. So I hope we have a good meeting. And if we can have a good meeting, I'll set up a meeting with President Putin. And if you'd like, I'll go to that meeting. And not that I want to do that, but I will do that because we want to save a lot of people from dying. A lot of people are dying, and we got to save them. Got to save it. 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people sometimes a week. All of us would obviously prefer an immediate ceasefire while we work on a lasting peace, and maybe something like that could happen. As of this moment, it's not happening, but President Zelenskyy and President Putin can talk a little bit more about that. You know, in the 6 or so wars that we stopped, we haven't had a ceasefire. And so I don't know that it's necessary. You can do it through the war, but it would be, I like the ceasefire from another standpoint. You immediately stop the killing. But I believe a peace agreement at the end of all of this is something that's very attainable, and it can be done in the near future. With all of the wars that I got involved in, we only have this one left. Of course, as I walk out the door, there'll probably be a new one starting, and I'll get that stopped too. But I thought this was going to be one of the easier ones. It's actually one of the most difficult. They're very complex. The next step would be for a trilateral meeting, and that will be worked out. And I just look forward to working and having a great result. We're going to spend a lot of time today talking about, and we're really honored you guys came over. I mean, these are the heads of major countries and respected all over Europe. And they speak for, largely, I think I should say, but pretty much for the other countries of Europe. And we will come to a resolution today, I think, on almost everything, including probably the security. And that's pretty much the story. I'd like to say, Mr. President, would you like to say something? You have the media. If you want, you could come over and you could stand, you could use mine, or you could just turn around, whichever you feel comfortable with.
Thank you so much. I can speak without microphone. Thank you so much. I think that we had very good conversation with President Trump.
Very good.
And it really was the best one, or sorry, maybe the best one will be in the future. But it was really good. And we spoke about very sensitive points. The first one is security guarantees, and we are very happy with President that all the leaders are here, and the security in Ukraine depends on the United States and on you and on those leaders who are with us in our hearts. They have been online before yesterday, and etc. So a lot of countries on the side of Ukraine, our people, and all of us want to finish this war, stop Russia and stop this war. We spoke about it, and we will speak more about security guarantees. This is very important that the United States gives such strong signal and is ready for security guarantees. The second point, or maybe the first, humanitarian direction, very important to exchange all the prisoners, and I think that President will help. And I was very thankful to your wife again, Mr. President, for the letter about our abducted children, and I hope that really it can be a historic role for the people to bring kids back to the families and be happy at
Get
their
the people
families.
back, yeah.
Yes, this is so important, and I'm happy that we discussed it, this track with the President Trump, and I hope that we will find decisions. And then what is very important, that all the sensitive things, territorial, etc., we will discuss on the level of leaders during trilateral meeting, and President Trump will try to organize such meeting, and he said that he will come or not come. Ukraine will be happy if you will
both
participate.
want me there, I will be there. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know that.
thank you. And I think this is very important. Yes, so security guarantees, bringing kids back, and all our people, not only warriors, first of all warriors, and all the civilians, journalists, a lot of people in prison. So we need them back. And guarantees which will work for the years. We spoke about it, and I showed the President a lot of details on the battlefield, on the map. Thank you so much. Thank you for the map, by the way.
Good map.
It was great. Yeah. I'm thinking how to take it back.
We'll get you.
No. I think that we had constructive, specific meeting, and I'm very thankful to all the leaders who are here, and you help a lot, and so we are happy that we have such big unity today. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much,
for hosting us.
Mr. President. I think you'll see that President Putin really would like to do something else. I think when we set that up, when we do, I think it's going to be when, not if. I think you're going to see some really positive moves. I know there's over 1,000 prisoners, and I know they're going to release them. Maybe they're going to release them very soon, like immediately, which I think is great. But we're going to set that up today after this meeting. So very good and great remarks. I appreciate it. Mark, as head of NATO, maybe you could say a few words, please.
Yes, I will be very brief. I really want to thank you, President of the United States, dear Donald, for the fact that you, as I said before, broke the deadlock basically with President Putin by starting that dialogue. And I think it was in February that you had the first phone call, and from there we are now where we are today. And that is, I think, if we play this well, we could end this. And we have to end this. We have to stop the killing. We have to stop the destruction of Ukraine's infrastructure. It is a terrible war. So I'm really excited. And let's make the best out of today and make sure that from today onwards, we get this thing to an end as soon as possible. I really want to thank you for your leadership, what you are doing for Volodymyr, but of course also all the European colleagues. It is really crucial. And the fact that you have said, I'm willing to participate in the security guarantees is a big step. It's really a breakthrough, and it makes all the difference. So also thank you for that.
Well, NATO also has agreed from 2% to 5%, which is something that is a massive amount of money. And it's 2% that wasn't always paid to 5% that is paid. That's a big difference. And so we appreciate that. That was a great move. Thank you very much. Ursula, maybe on behalf of the Commission, you could say a couple of words.
Yes. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. And it's a very important moment. Indeed, we are here, Europeans, as friends and allies. We had a fantastic NATO summit. Together as the two largest and biggest economies in the world, we had the largest trade deal ever agreed. And now we are here to work together with you on a just and lasting peace for Ukraine. Stop the killing. This
On a
is
just and lasting peace.
our common interest. Stop the killing. And indeed, it's very good to hear that we're working on the security guarantees, Article 5 lies security guarantees, so important. But I want to thank you also that you mentioned the thousands of Ukrainian children that have been abducted. And as a mother and grandmother, every single child has to go back to its family. This should be one of our main priorities also in these negotiations, to make sure that the children come back to Ukraine, to their families.
Thank you. And we did. I was just thinking we're here for a different reason, but we just a couple of weeks ago made the largest trade deal in history. So that's a big thing, and congratulations. That's great. Thank you very much, Ursula. Mr. Chancellor from Germany, a very great leader.
Mr. President,
Please.
dear Donald, many thanks for having us today. I think this is extremely helpful that we are meeting and hearing that the two of you are having such a good meeting today here in Washington. The next steps ahead are the more complicated ones now. The path is open. You opened it last Friday. But now the way is open for complicated negotiations. And to be honest, we all would like to see a ceasefire, the latest from the next meeting on. I can't imagine that the next meeting would take place without a ceasefire. So let's work on that, and let's try to put pressure on Russia, because the credibility of these efforts we are undertaking today, are depending on at least a ceasefire from the beginning of the serious negotiations.
Why is Giorgia Moroni like rolling her eyes over there?
Emphasize this aspect and would like to see a ceasefire from the next meeting, which should be a trilateral meeting wherever it takes.
Are you guys seeing that?
The president go over and talk to the president, and we'll see how that works out, and if we can do that. I will say, and again I say it, in the 6 wars that I've settled, I haven't had a ceasefire. We just got into negotiations, and one of the wars was, as you know, in the Congo was 31 years long. Another one that we settled last week with 2 great countries was 35 years going on, and we had no ceasefire. So if we can do the ceasefire, great. And if we don't do a ceasefire, because many other points were given to us, many points were given to us, great points. Please, Georgia, go ahead.
Well, thank you very much, Donald, Mr. President, for hosting us today in this important meeting. And I think it is an important day, a new phase, after 3 years and a half that we didn't see any kind of sign from the Russian side that there was a willing for dialogue. So something is changing, something has changed, thanks to you. Thanks also to the stalling in the battlefield, which was
They're buttering him up. That's not true.
Ukrainians, and with the unity that we all provided to Ukraine. And the reason why I mention it is that we also have to remind that if we want to reach peace and if we want to guarantee justice, we have to do it united. So that's why it's a very good day, the one we are in. You can obviously count on Italy as it was from the beginning. We are on the side of Ukraine, and we do absolutely support your efforts towards peace. We will talk about many important topics. The first one is security guarantees, how to be sure that it won't happen again, which is the precondition of every kind of peace. I'm happy that we will discuss about that. I'm happy that we will begin from a proposal, which is the, let's say, Article 5 model, which was Italian at the beginning. So we are always ready to bring our proposals for peace, for dialogue. It's something we have to build together to guarantee peace and to defend the security of our nation. So thank you, Mr. President, for hosting us.
Thank you very much. Emmanuel?
Thank you, Mr. President, for organizing this meeting and for your commitment. And everything was said, but I just have to say here, everybody around this table is in favor of peace. And we work very hard, and we've worked very hard during the past few years to have a peace which is a robust and long-standing peace. This is why the idea of a trilateral meeting is very important, because this is the only way to fix it. And by the way, I think as a follow-up, we would need probably a quadrilateral meeting, because when we speak about security guarantees, we speak about the whole security of the European continent. And this is why we are all united here with Ukraine on this matter. In order to organize such a trilateral meeting, your idea to ask for a truce or a ceasefire, at least to stop the killings, as we discuss, is a necessity. And we all support this idea. And in order to have such a long-standing peace for Ukraine and for the whole continent, we do need these security guarantees. And the first one is clearly a credible Ukrainian army for the years and decades to come. And the second one is our own commitments, all of us.
Red one nails it.
We worked very hard during the past few months among the coalition of the willings, with the support of NATO, to build the different pillars of security guarantees and our commitments. And you can be sure that the Europeans are very lucid about the fact that they have their fair share in these security guarantees for Ukraine, but their own security is clearly at stake in this situation. So you can count on us, as we can count on you, in order to deliver this robust peace for both Ukraine and Europe.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you very much.
Emmanuel, they are on first name basis.
Hosting us here. Can I start where Emmanuel started, which is we all want peace. The war in Ukraine has had a huge impact, particularly on the Ukrainians who've borne the brunt of it, but it's also had an impact on Europe and on the United Kingdom. There's not a family or community that hasn't been affected. And when we talk about security, we're talking about the security not just of Ukraine, we're talking about the security of Europe.
Is there something up with his lip? Did somebody punch him?
An important issue. I think this is such an important meeting. As a group, I think we've had a discussion on the phone.
Am I just seeing something?
President, but be able now to be around the table to take it forward. And I really feel that we can, I think, with the right approach this afternoon, make real progress, particularly on the security guarantees, and your indication of security guarantees of some sort of...
J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio in the background.
Fits with what we've been doing with the Coalition of the Willing, which we started some months ago, bringing countries together and showing that we were prepared to step up to the plate when it came to security, with you coming alongside, the US alongside what we've already developed. I think we could take a really important step forward today, a historic step actually could come out of this meeting in terms of security for Ukraine and security in Europe. I also feel that we can make real progress towards a just and lasting outcome. Obviously, that has to involve Ukraine and a trilateral...
All these motherfuckers are going to get COVID too, aren't they?
So thank you for being prepared to take that forward, because I think if we can ensure that that is...
Who dies from COVID from this meeting?
Security guarantees and some sort of progress on trilateral meeting of some sort to bring some of the difficult issues to a head, then I think today will be seen as a very important day in recent years in relation to a conflict which has gone on for 3 and a bit years, and so far nobody's been able to bring it to this point, so I thank you for that.
Well, thank you very much. And, you know, it's very interesting because this is the first for the White House. You can't say that very often. It's seen a lot over the years, since 1800, 1799, to be almost exact. But this is the first.
And surely this motherfucker has contracted COVID multiple times since the time that we know about.
Nations. And by the way, Alex, I'd like you to say a couple of words, too. You're a young, powerful man. Before I finish up, I want you to say a couple of words. Go ahead.
I'll take the notion of youth back to my wife and try to convince her. Thank you very much, Mr. President. I think in the past 2 weeks, we've probably had more progress in ending this war than we have in the past 3.5 years. And I think the fact that we're around this table today is very much symbolic in the sense that it's Team Europe and Team United States helping Ukraine. And the progress that we're looking out of this meeting is about the security guarantees, which are a big part of this. And then, of course, moving towards a process with a trilateral meeting with you and President Putin and President Zelensky. Some of the international media might wonder, why is the president of Finland here? I think the reason is probably that we might come from a small...
All of us are wondering.
We have a long border with Russia, over 800 miles. And we, of course, have our own historical experience with Russia from World War II, the Winter War and the War of Continuation. And if I look at the silver lining of where we stand right now, we found a solution in 1944, and I'm sure that we'll be able to find a solution in 2025 to end Russia's war of aggression and find and get a lasting and just peace. The situation is very difficult, but that's why we're here.
Thank you, Alex, very much. Good job. So we're going to be meeting for a while, and we're going to discuss some...
Oh, Julie's from back when he actually had COVID.
I don't think there's any issue that's overly complex. It's at a point now where people want to do things. I really do believe. I've known him for a long time. I've always had a great relationship with him.
I had to go find it. I've got Biden, I got Jill Biden, I got Joe Manchin.
And we'll see. And in a certain period of time, not very far from now, a week or 2 weeks, we're going to know whether or not we're going to solve this, or is this horrible fighting going to continue. We'll do the best.
I mean, I've had it like 3 times at this point.
And I believe you have 2 willing parties, and usually that's good news.
And I don't go out of the house.
I want to make a deal. And we'll journey together, and we'll go over, and we'll see if it can be done. And it's possible it might not be able to be done. On the other hand, it's possible it will. And we're going to save thousands and thousands of lives a week. And so it's something we really have to do. And, or at least we have to give it our best. It's all you can do. You can give it your best. But I think we may have a very good outcome. So I want to thank you all, and the media, I want to thank you. We're going to be staying here for a little while. Then we're going to walk over to the Oval Office, and we're going to have another little discussion about similar matters. And then they're going to go home to their great countries and report. And I'm going to remain here and work, and you're going to go and work. We're all going to be working. We may be in a different location, but that's what we know how to do is work. But I want to thank the media. Has been actually very fair, generally speaking, very fair. I think it's important that they're fair, because this is a very important subject. We have to get it ended. And so that's all we ask for is fairness with the media. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Are they going to take any questions?
No, thank you for being so fair.
Thank you, Donald.
All the time.
But he loves it. He loves it. But he does it always. I never want to speak with my friend.
He's a very good...
I live in a cave and I've had it. But now, to be fair, twice Sparkles gave it to me. And once Puzzle Bitch gave it to me. I don't know that we're going to get another press conference. They said they're going to walk over to the Oval Office. It's possible they take questions from reporters while they're sitting around. So we'll stick around and see if that happens. Times Square evacuated earlier. Yeah, we're going to stick with this. AP is saying that White House meeting to happen soon. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to call the TV station that copyright claimed my video, because I'm still pissed about it. So to catch you guys up, a news station called WRAL claimed copyright on 2 of my videos. I have 2 strikes on my YouTube channel currently. Now, here's the thing. I claimed fair use because I am fair use. I wrote a whole essay about fair use. At this point in time, they have 10 days to restore my videos or take legal action against me. And they have like 3 more days to restore the videos. And they still haven't. And I'm kind of pissed because, like, once you got that notice, like you've either got to take legal action against me or restore my videos, why didn't you restore my videos? This is 5.5 years I've been doing this. I've never had a news organization claim. Now, 60 Minutes, Colbert, Daily Show, Bill Maher, that's why you don't see clips from them on my show, because they will claim copyright, and they have a right to. But a news station has never claimed copyright on... This specific reporting was a school shooting. They were a local news station to the University of North Carolina, Greensboro, and that's where a school shooting was going on. And I played their live hit. That 100%, that information is vital to the public interest. So once again, another reason why it falls under fair usage. The other one that they claimed was like 30 seconds, and it was just an anchor reading an AP story they don't even own the copyright to. So we are going to call WRAL. I'm going to turn them down at first, and then tell them that they're on stream, because there's a legality here before I turn it up. So I'm gonna call and ask to speak with their news director. I'm going to turn it down at first here. Hey, can I speak with Mike Frederick, please? Thank you.
The person at extension 8556 is unavailable. Please leave your message after the tone. When done, hang up or press the pound key.
Hello, Mr. Frederick. My name is JustinFREAKIN. I am a YouTube Twitch personality, and one of your employees claimed copyright on 2 of my videos. Employee by the name of Jalen Jones. Now, I've spoke with Mr. Jones over email and relayed to him that this is absolutely a fair use issue and that they have no right to claim my videos on YouTube. I do a news aggregate show where I play local reporting, I make jokes and add my own commentary and stuff. So absolutely fair use, parody. If you'd like to see my essay on why everything I did falls under fair use, that is included in the forwarded claim from YouTube that Mr. Jalen should be able to provide to you. I'm upset about this. I have 2 strikes on my YouTube channel for no reason. This is 5.5 years I've been doing this show, and this has never happened to me before. You're putting my channel in peril and possibly endangering my ability to make money from my content. So I'm highly upset about it. I would like you to give me a call back. The number is 917-830-4359. Now, what has happened in terms of the claim, YouTube should have sent you a notice that you need to restore my videos or provide them with evidence that you have taken legal action against me. You're not going to take legal action against me because what I did is absolutely fair use and I would win in court. So I don't know why my videos haven't been restored. You're supposed to have 10 days. It's been something like 6 or 7 days. My videos have not been restored. I would like that to happen immediately. And I would also like for you to have a little talk with your employee and let them know that they should not be doing this. So thank you. I would like it if you gave me a call back and actually explain to me your reasoning. So 917-830-4359. Once again, that is JustinFREAKIN on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, DLive, all the different streaming sites. Thank you very much for your time. I hope to talk with you soon. Have a good afternoon, Mr. Frederick. Well, we'll see what happens. Live outside of the White House. I tried to be polite. I was polite to the dude that actually did the copyright claim that I've talked to on email, I'm like, hey, dude, like, I know you're underpaid, you're overworked. Like, I don't know why you're making this headache for me. I don't want to make a headache for you. Just restore my videos. And that is not what he decided to do. He threatened me. So we are asking that you take down the video or license it through our website. Follow through with confirmation when it's done. If it's not done by Tuesday, July 29th, I will put in a removal request with YouTube. So I said, why would you hit me with a strike? Are you new? I highly recommend removing the strike. You can claim the revenue. If you do not remove the strike by Tuesday, July 29th, I will absolutely come after you and your station in a very public manner. I assure you, you do not want this smoke. Because fuck you, dude. I don't know that we're going to get another press conference. It's possible we'll stick around. I might even have a police chase we can watch in the meantime. Possibly, let's go check in with what is going on in Times Square. Times Square actually shut down and evacuated earlier because of a suspicious device. So that's kind of a big deal. Let's go to Fox 5 in New York. They apparently brought in the bomb squad. Dude.
The newscast, a suspicious package shutting down part of Times Square. Well, the area is now reopened. We've obtained this video of a member of the bomb squad dismantling whatever that was. And
it does look like a pipe bomb.
However, police believe
possibly
someone left that device on purpose, and now police are looking for that person. Streets are now reopened in the area, but police now looking for the man they say caught on surveillance video leaving the device. We got an update on that breaking news we told you about.
Yeah, I thought they had video of it. I was looking at video of it. I thought, my bad. I think there is video of the dude. Hold on. It would have been early this morning. See if I can find it here, because they were showing a video of a dude. It was still dark. He said they caught him on surveillance video. I'm not seeing it. Now look for it for Tonight Show. Let's go back live outside of the White House, where they are apparently meeting with European leaders inside of the Oval Office. This is a live shot outside of the White House. Yeah, Julie, I sleep most of the day. As Warlord was bitching at me for being late, I was like, if you want content before 2 o'clock, you're just shit out of luck. Lady B, welcome in. I'm not a morning person, and by morning I mean like any time before 2 o'clock. Redolent thought. So they do say that they have video of him. I thought I saw video, but I've not been able to find it, the guy that left a device in Times Square. We are waiting to see if we get more words from European leaders, Zelensky, Trump. We had the one-on-one meeting with Trump and Zelensky in the Oval Office. We played you that earlier. We had the, I guess, roundtable discussion, you'd call it, with the European leaders, Macron, Starmer, Maloney, the dude from Finland that was sitting right in front of Trump and Trump didn't see him. Was it a Dutch? He's like, where's Dutch? Right in front of your fucking face, dude. Oddly early, Justin, indeed. I mean, I try to cover the big things when they happen. I try to pop on for the big political happenings. I tried to do a bunch of confirmation hearings at the beginning of the Trump administration. I'm like, this is too early for me. Too early and too boring. I might have to find us a police chase to occupy our time until we have a live shot again from the White House. We may get a phone call back from our friends over at WRAL. See what they have to say about themselves for claiming my video. They've got until the end of the week. They've got until the end of the week to either sue me or restore my fucking videos. Oh yeah, it's back to school time. So you know what that means. I'm going to be covering, I shouldn't say this, with the parent in the chat. We're going to be covering all those school shootings that are going on. Now that the kids are back in school, it's mainly been shootings at clubs and parks and shit like that. Just another day of mass shooting USA. Now that the kids are back in, how long until we have a school shooting? A week? Less than a week? We had that new video from Uvalde last night that we watched. God, was that infuriating. That one parent was like, either you go in or I'm fucking going in. To one of the cops. I'm sorry, I caught myself. I'm like, I really shouldn't say this, but I really want to make the joke. I'm really sorry, brother. I know, it's a sad state of affairs in this godforsaken country that we live in. And then the shooter's aunt. We saw that last night. She was out in front of the school. Like, kill him! Kill him now! Shoot him! Took them an hour before they breached that classroom. Just insane. I mean, it's to the point where, like, pretty much any high school you name in this fucking country, or any school you name in this country, has had some sort of active shooting incident at some point in time. We've gotten to the point where kids have been involved in multiple school shootings now. Was it No, it was in Florida State. They had that shooting, and one of the kids there had been in Parkland. I fucking hate it here. Yeah, the law of averages now. I'm going to stick with you guys through the afternoon here. At least make it to 4:20 Eastern time for show. And I'll try to suck a little bit more out of my vape over here, but I think it's about dead. Let's charge it up. Yeah, it looks very dry in there.
Questo multilaterale Rubio aveva parlato ieri di questa possibilità di 6-7 ore, ma considerando i toni, i temi, considerando anche quanti che sembrano stare sulla stessa linea per ora, il fatto che questo summit
FEMA camps.
Zelenskyy abbia riconosciuto che si può incontrare una via diplomatica.
I'd like a little bit, my lord, just the slightest little bit. I see it down in the bottom. So hopefully I can suck something out for 420. Something sexual anarchy. Do we have a police chase since last night? I don't think so, actually. I've come to realize I hate YouTube essay videos. They really suck. Stephen Colbert is not a victim. Nobody said he fucking was. You don't have to think Stephen Colbert is a victim to think that Trump extorting CBS is wrong. But it's got, like, the video may be smart and well done, and I don't know it because, he needed a clickbait title that pissed me off. Fucking hate the game that we're playing here on the social medias. Apparently Ethan Klein is going to kick now. I assume it's because his viewership has sunk so low that he needs that, like, guaranteed money from Kick, because Kick will pay you guaranteed money. Stolen Jaguar. Stolen Jaguar. This is from a couple years ago. This is not new. I mean, he's not a victim. Stephen Colbert is going to be quite all right.
Of a stolen Jaguar, still doing about $120 westbound on the...
About 120 miles an hour, according to Chris.
Any minute here.
So we are pursuing a stolen Jaguar. I've still got the shot of the White House up.
Still going over 110 miles per hour.
When we get some movement, we'll go back to it. This is LA a couple of years ago. This is not recent. Of course it's LA. Predominantly our chases come from LA, but that has to do with the population, the very car-centric culture as opposed to New York where a lot of people walk.
Possibly onto the 101 freeway, northbound.
And it's a large TV market that has
Heading straight for
Helicopters.
over the LA River now.
We occasionally get them from Phoenix or from Houston, sometimes Boston, maybe Miami. But they predominantly come from LA. Nope, you're good. This is 2 years ago.
All over the road, all over the freeway, encountering a little bit of traffic now, slowing down for the first time as traffic.
Jaguar is a hell of a car. He has taken an exit.
Just get off there? No, that's him. Yeah, he got off the freeway. Off the 101 in Chinatown.
Get off.
101 in Chinatown, coming up on Spring Street. Coming up on Spring Street, a right turn southbound on Spring. Southbound Spring, coming up on downtown LA. Light traffic as he goes south of the 101 freeway.
That is a nice fucking car.
That is City Hall. Coming up on City Hall. Didn't see him come out the other side of that building.
Uh-oh.
Did he turn? You saw him?
The ditch.
There he is.
Okay.
There he is. Westbound Temple.
Slowed down a little bit.
Westbound Temple from City Hall. He was at Spring Street there, turned off, and now he's at a red light over the double yellow lines, and now he comes up on some cross traffic through the red light. Downtown LA, a high-speed pursuit of a stolen Jaguar, continuing now.
Jaguar.
And he is heading straight for the 110 freeway. Straight for the 110, going through every red light.
Did he get back on the 110?
A left turn south.
He stopped short of it, didn't he?
This is going to put him onto the freeway, I think.
Oh, is it? So I'm assuming he knows the area.
Southbound Fig through downtown LA, and now it sounds like the CHP may be pulling off here. That's southbound Figueroa, yep. Southbound Fig, nobody behind him. A right turn, westbound.
Oh. Got crowded by the SUV. Was able to overtake him on the
getting onto the
shoulder.
Getting onto the 110. This is going to put him on the southbound side of the 110. Southbound 110 freeway in the heart of downtown LA, continuing now onto that entrance ramp.
Living on the 110.
Freeway CHP trying to figure out where they lost him here. They pulled back momentarily.
I'm assuming the 110 is a redlined highway.
Stick with it, continuing southbound 110.
Just based on the Prophets of Rage song.
Next interchange is going to be the 10 freeway, doing about 90 miles per hour, flying. This guy
that was very close. He was just where the ICE protests were.
Upwards of 100, pushing 100 miles per hour. Southbound 110 freeway, coming up on the 10 in just about 10 seconds. away. Here we go.
Redlining was the practice of segregating communities of color using highways instead of actually like drawing boundaries and shit. One of those things that you need like critical race theory to understand how we fucked people over. Wasn't explicitly racist, but totally fucking racist. But I'm making that assumption based on the fact that the members of Public Enemy and Cypress Hill and Rage Against the Machine made a song about it. I don't actually know that for a fact.
Which agency? Which agency? Which air unit?
The LA Times had a piece about the racist history of the interstate highway boom, and it mentions the 110.
Do you know which agency?
And it apparently fucked over South LA. Seriously, I love this car.
You said Riverside Sheriff? Thank you. Mark and Giovanna, here we go. You said Riverside Sheriff?
I feel like redlining was something I learned possibly not even in school, but maybe when I was in college. I wanna say that's something I read about in a book on my own. LAX is a great idea because the helicopters cannot enter LAX airspace. Because the key is trying to get away from the cops, the helicopter. So they can't track you. But here's the problem.
Speeds upwards at some point.
He stole this Jaguar.
5 miles per
So
hour.
the move is to get somewhere where the helicopter can't see you and ditch the Jaguar.
Started
but
somewhere in the East LA area, possibly
defeats the purpose.
County. The Riverside County Sheriff's helicopter is up here with us tracking this, what is believed to be a stolen Jaguar. Eventually, CHP got involved. They let it go. He made his way into downtown LA, got on the 101 freeway, then sped right through downtown LA, off the freeway, got onto the 110 freeway just a few moments ago, and again, flying.
Someone asked me my favorite car on Gran Turismo last night. I'm like, it's probably my Jaguar.
Now, as I mentioned, that helicopter
Woo!
has a visual once again, but right now there's no...
I thought he's going to try to thread the needle there.
Now, we believe it's a stolen Jaguar. We know there's obviously a driver in there, but unclear whether there's anybody else in there with him at this point. But the driving has been not only very, very fast, but it's been extremely erratic, really weaving across lanes, going through red lights when he was on surface streets, and now showing signs of maybe getting off the freeway again here, using that shoulder to get
taking an exit.
Anybody in his way. Traffic's moving along here. It's not bumper to bumper.
Maybe.
You can see he is just desperate to flee as fast as he possibly can. He's really
It seems like every race somebody's driving an NSX.
newer model Jaguar, southbound 110
That
freeway.
stupid game.
Giovanna and Mark.
He is getting off the freeway. Yeah, I don't know that he's been all that erratic. He's done a good job of driving it. Oh, did thread the needle there. I'm going to try to do it again.
Squeeze through here. Uh-oh.
I assume that he doesn't want to get too much damage, but also this, if he's still in the car, it's probably going to a chop shop, right? So fucking up the fenders is not exactly the worst thing you could do.
He's under the freeway, under the overpass, right? He did not come out the other side. Did not come out the other side yet. This is always a tricky point. It's always a telltale sign. If they're looking to dump the vehicle, sometimes they will stop under the freeway.
He did!
The vehicle's rolling. The vehicle is rolling into the intersection. He is on foot under that freeway. He is under the overpass, and there is nobody behind him. He may very well walk away from this crime. Now, look at this. That Jaguar is moving on its own.
How?
Bumping into that van. This is incredible. That driver's seat, by my observation, is empty, and now that Jaguar is coming to a stop there in the middle of the intersection at Manchester Boulevard at either Broadway or Main. They're just one block.
Well, it kind of looked like somebody was hitting the gas and bumping into the back of him.
As for that driver, he may very well be long gone.
Yes!
Always difficult when this happens under a freeway overpass. There's no sign of him. Meanwhile, this car is still rolling along here in idle.
But once again, if his goal was to steal the car.
No, on several occasions we did see debris fly out of the vehicle. Unclear what it was, if it was anything of importance, if it was evidence of some sort, if it was drugs, if it was a weapon. We have no idea. But he was...
Is that an Arby's?
Pushing his luck here and also stepping on that gas pedal at very high speeds as he made his way through Riverside and LA County looking for that perfect...
Now, did he carjack somebody else? Is he on foot?
And this is a new one on me. Literally,
Ponder Monkey
just left the vehicle rolling without anybody behind him. There was no law enforcement on scene out here to even take custody of the stolen Jaguar. So somebody's stolen Jag is now rolling through South. Nobody somebody in it. I can't say I've seen this before. Meanwhile, that driver is long gone, guys.
Yes! Another one got away.
Nobody hurt.
Still waiting. We got the live shot up over here.
California Highway Patrol. Look at this. The car is rolling right into traffic. The car appears to be in idle, just rolling through the intersection.
We're neutral.
CHP. What are we going to see here? A pit? I mean, God only knows. This is a new one on me, guys.
Or just get in and
open it up. Try and open it up. Is it okay? It's open, and here it comes to an end.
Good job, cop.
Ah, shucks, he says.
If they don't even have a description of the dude or whatever, like he's long gone. This dude got the fuck away, but unfortunately did not obtain the Jaguar. Oh, it was a public storage place. It kind of looked like an Arby's.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Where are we going? Where are we going? Okay. Really?
We are still awaiting whatever the fuck is going to happen. Whatever is going to happen at the White House. The live shot still up over here. Oh. The live shot's still up over here. This chase happened a year ago.
We have some breaking news we want to take you to right now. There seems to be some kind of a police pursuit. It looks as though it's coming toward an end on Monroe Road there in Winkler Drive. We have Tammy Rose above it in Sky.
Henry Winkler Drive.
Shopping center there, Tammy?
Well, this is in Houston.
Picked up the chase near the Gulf Freeway in Monroe, and they actually got off the freeway. We've got our exclusive sky map at the top of your screen. The suspect not stopping, and it looks like going at a pretty high rate of speed on these surface streets. So again, if you are headed out the door, our exclusive sky map pinpointing exactly where this driver is. Gina?
Obviously, I erroneously thought it was coming to an end because I saw them slowing down, Eric, as they went through that strip center. But no, these vehicles are still in pursuit. Of course, there's a new policy in the city of Houston, at least, when it comes to police pursuits. They're trying not to be as aggressive as they used to, depending on what it is the person they're pursuing is accused of doing.
Yeah, right now they're not letting up on this one, though. And I know details are just coming in as we continue to watch this chase as they come up to a light right here that's going to be pretty congested. So let's hope this chase suspect doesn't hit anybody. Made it through that light right there, but here's more traffic. Now, Tammy, as we kind of watch this unfold here and watch this driver get onto the wrong side of the road here, do we know anything about how long this has been going on or even why they were initially stopping this driver?
Yeah, we picked it up about 5 minutes. Sky I-13 first on scene following this chase, and we actually heard it from the police helicopter telling us that they were on the Gulf Freeway inbound right around Monroe chasing this suspect, again blowing through stop signs, a very dangerous situation. So again, if you're headed out the door, our sky map at the top of your screen, avoid the area if you can.
Yeah, we hate to. It's very dark at this hour. It used to not be so dark at this hour. And what is going on there? It looks as though there might be problems with a wheel, which often happens in these pursuits.
Might have blown a tire.
Kicking up. I don't know, perhaps it's just the road that they're traveling. But
yeah, we've seen this driver, though, go
I think they blown a tire.
Direction and go around into lanes of oncoming traffic several times. Even the officer had to do it right there.
Does look like a dusty road, though.
Driver coming into more traffic.
Not to be confused with Dusty Roads, the American Dream.
That is like the driver taking a hard right there, but police staying very close to that, what appears to be a Dodge Maroon Challenger. If we're able to get a better look at that, that's what it appears to be at this point. But this driver, of course, encountering so much traffic on the road, still continues to just zig in and out of cars, and that officer very close as we get into more traffic here, and then drivers can sometimes try to go the wrong way.
I thought he might have tried to pit there.
I know you were talking about. There is definitely smoke coming from one of those tire wells right there.
Yeah, and it looks too like the fleeing suspect.
Named after the wrestler, or
compared to when we first started watching this
or backwoods roads
chase. We have to be cautious about using that word chase. I know police don't like that word used in some instances.
What would you call it?
But it looks as though it's reaching that kind of category because of the.
It is a police chase.
Again, new policy in Houston is to back off if the person they're pursuing is not accused of a serious crime. Again,
I don't, for some reason,
this person.
Hitting play on the other YouTube video over here stops this one.
Is considered.
So I can't keep the White House live up for some reason. What the fuck?
Doing a good job there with our instructions at the top of your screen there telling.
That's weird, YouTube.
But yeah, we're also not seeing, Eric, the traffic getting much lighter. It seems as though this chase or pursuit is continuing to be around a lot of other vehicles, putting a lot of our community members at risk.
Yeah, it's surprising they haven't hit more.
Probably. C-SPAN might be taking calls, you know, now that you mention it.
South Ritchie here. This is some of the new GPS technology that our Sky I-13 was outfitted with a few months back. But now it's open road for this chase suspect here as officers, at least that one, and the patrol cruiser stays pretty close to the rear end of that car as he comes up to another congested intersection. Ooh. And it could get dangerous. He starts running through red lights. Luckily, nobody trying to cross that intersection right now, but picking up more speed and actually leaving that officer again. But again,
I was going to say, Eric, I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that we've covered hundreds of these here at this station or in our career, and never do you see a suspect get away once helicopters are above the vehicle. They are able to stay with the suspect when they've got eyes on them like this. So we only hope that no one's hurt, but the person just really doesn't get away when they've got eyes on them like this.
Yeah, well, C-SPAN's cut away.
That new chase policy, and I look at the officer trying to use one of those possible pit maneuvers to hit the back fender of the car. It looks like the officer decided not to go that route as he pulled up on the right side of that red or maroon Challenger right there. But again, he's starting to hit more and more traffic here, and it looks like he could be pinned in right here. But it looks like they're not going to take that move that they had. Appearing that they had right there.
You know what we could see in that turn, though? We could see how many other police vehicles, because we've been pretty tight on the suspect vehicle and that one officer car. But when we did the turnaround, you could see how many other.
It almost feels like he's going in circles. He's done at least 2 to 3 U-turns in the 5 minutes we've been following here.
And he could not shake them.
Yeah, and there was really nowhere to go, apparently, for all these U-turns that he's taking right now. But he's continued to having to lock up the brake lights right here because.
He or she.
He or she, right. They are continuing to lock up the brake lights here. And they're going to go on a side street here. We've already seen them go through at a high speed through one of the strip malls there. But they're going to what appears to be a residential area right now. Not as many lights. Picking up speed as well.
Looks like in that area, I see what appear to be warehouses, and we're certainly glad that this area is not, as you mentioned earlier, more populated, or that it's not the time of day when school buses are trying to get children home. But we still, nevertheless, are hoping that officers are able to bring this to a non-violent or not dangerous.
This is where my stomach gets tight, though. He's just speeding through all these side roads. You don't know when anybody's going to pull out on one of the side roads, not suspecting that a car is going to be coming at anywhere from 60 to 80 miles an hour.
Can you tell for us, Tammy, how fast the vehicle is traveling? I know sometimes we're able to assess that with the technology there in the chopper.
Oh, yeah, actually, I do have a speedometer. It's a little hard to keep up. My pilot, Parker Ward, doing an excellent job up here because we do have a
broke 100 apparently
up here. So he's got to talk to air traffic control, and obviously I am doing the camera as well as the Churchill. So again, the top of your screen, it's always it's usually pretty accurate, but sometimes the way I'm maneuvering the camera on it might be just a little bit under. But you can see now it looks like he is losing control of the vehicle. Obviously, like you mentioned, this is a Charger, so a very fast car, and perhaps the driver just thinks, you know, that this car
is it a Charger or a Challenger?
They'll be able to get away from the police. But as you can see, there's so many police officers behind them, 2 helicopters up above.
I think it's a Challenger, isn't it?
Very many drivers get away when a high-speed chase starts.
All right, Tammy Rose, I tell you what, Gina and I are going to now hand it over to the 6:30 news team. Jonathan, Bruce, and Mayra Moreno. They're going to take the police chase from here, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys, for covering that as we try to switch off here to the news at 6:30. So we've been watching this, Jonathan, and just when we
we're not gonna get the we're gonna get the ending of this.
Speed, and he loses officers behind, but they're still right on his tail, it seems.
Harrowing moments right now as we are watching live from Sky I-13. We picked this up about 6:26, Mayra, so this has been nearly 10 minutes at this point, and we know the pursuit was happening well before that in terms of when we got to it, and a lot of different things. We've seen a smoking wheel, as Eric Barajas talked about. We've seen multiple.
One of the things I've noticed is a lot of people turn their lights off.
Suspect
in police chase. He has his lights off.
On this pursuit,
no, maybe he's got them on.
Honestly, when we see incidents like this, they rarely ever do stop. It's really hard to tell who is behind the wheel because the tint in this vehicle is completely dark. But again,
a lot of times they turn their lights off during a chase.
Women. So again, we don't know who is behind the wheel of this vehicle, but we're still following close. And it looks like police are probably trying to find him at a different part of this pursuit and hopefully block him in. I know there are instances where police try to get ahead and use those spike strips in hopes of stopping this person. But again, they're not stopping and they're continuing to go. So hopefully
he just went right around the cop.
Because we have seen some pursuits lately that unfortunately turned deadly.
And we are watching live from Sky I-13 right now. One thing that we are seeing here in real time is this vehicle is now back onto the freeway.
He doesn't have lights on. Now what? What is the? Well, he's got headlights on, I think.
Mayra, the speed is
maybe it's his fog lights
accelerating to very, very.
But what is the point of turning your lights off in a chase? They do it so often.
Right now.
Yes, and this should be the southeast side of town, as it is.
Quesadilla, welcome in.
45 near Park Place and Broadway. Tammy, any other details or anything you have been able to?
You're still waiting for movement at the White House.
Pursuit.
Yeah, actually, police lost them near the Gulf Freeway, and as you saw, that Dodge Charger was maneuvering around an industrial area. But you know what? The police helicopter and Sky I-13 had their eyes right here on this driver, making all these erratic turns and blowing through stop signs and stuff. And there we go.
Oh!
Smoke and fire. Again, I'll zoom out. This is what we hate.
Ho! Ho! Ho!
Crashed into another vehicle. Police.
It looks like the I-45 north.
Where'd he think he was going?
The speed is increasing and accelerating to very, very fast levels as we see the vehicle going up this left shoulder right now.
Yes, and this should be the southeast side of town as it is going down 45 near.
He had been doing about 100, 110.
Details or anything you have been able to gather since you first started following this pursuit?
Yeah, actually, police lost them near the Gulf Freeway, and as you saw, that Dodge Charger was maneuvering around an industrial area. But you know what? The police
They keep saying Chargers. They must know it's a Charger.
had their eyes right here on this driver, making all these erratic turns and blowing through stop signs and stuff. And there
Ooh!
with smoke and fire.
Just the shoulder got narrower and narrower there.
But it looks like he crashed into another vehicle. Police right behind him. Again, a Dodge Charger. Stopping here on the Gulf Freeway inbound near Park Place.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to maneuver to, and he's out.
We're out. A puppy!
Well,
yeah, this person is trying to flee.
Here on the
Monster! If you're not making sure that puppy is taken care of, you are a monster.
Along with a
the puppy's going with him.
And we see the dog catching up there pretty quickly, and you feel like the dog will ultimately win that race. I don't know. I know that we have to have some discretion in terms of how close we can get, and it looks like the dog is extremely close, and maybe this suspect chase. And yeah,
how dare you put, like, I fucking love
vehicles at this point.
You assholes running for the cops, watch it all goddamn day. Don't put a dog in fucking danger.
Yesterday, so I'm sure this area that he is trying to maneuver through, there's several puddles there, and it looks like he's trying to hide behind these vehicles. Hopefully this person does not have some sort of weapon. Again, that is something that police have to take into account because safety is first.
Left it in traffic.
To where he went in.
Say that one more
put it in danger by being
with their guns, yeah. So the police know what.
By being in a police chase, because cops will shoot a dog.
We have the police helicopter up here with us, giving ground patrol what
the dog snitched on him. Yeah, probably. But the dog don't know. The dog's not a narc.
have their guns.
He's just wondering why his owner is running.
A dog as well as a suspect in the middle of our shot. The suspect inside the vehicle. Now it looks like he's actually given up. This is good. Backing up. This is what we
Make sure the puppy's okay.
This is good. Yeah, it looked like that suspect is backing up. They're currently placing handcuffs on him. And it just a crazy situation. I have never seen a pursuit where there is a dog involved following the suspect, trying to get away from a scene.
And that's what we believe, again, that it is
poor puppy.
Suspect's dog that had gotten out of the car with them and then followed. And all of this coming to an
end. And gave away his position to the cops.
Were you exactly off of the Gulf Freeway?
So we're in South Houston, east of the Gulf Freeway here, near Lynn Street and the Gulf Freeway. Again, one suspect in custody. It looks like they're trying to get the dog as well in a parking lot. He was actually hiding in one of these vehicles in this storage lot for vehicles.
This is quite a scene. Again, we have been following this pursuit since a little after the 6 o'clock newscast started, about 6:20 something or so before the 6:30 news started. And it first seemed as the suspect was not stopping, and it wasn't up until just a minute ago or so that this person crashed into two vehicles and then ditched the car, ran off, and then a dog followed right behind him.
We saw a lot of U-turns through residential neighborhoods and all kinds of maneuvers from the suspect. And the scene that you're looking at right now, Mara, we saw the suspect increase to extreme rates of speed, and then really it looked like crashed into the shoulder on the Gulf Freeway, and we saw sparks flying in every direction.
And you can see, as Tammy is showing us the situation here, the aftermath of this, how this pursuit ended. It looks like that is one of the vehicles that the suspect hit. Hopefully everybody that was involved is okay with everything else that happened. But again, now we're going to have some sort of backup here.
Dogs do things like commit tax fraud.
Off this area because it is now.
They don't tell people to run from the cops.
To clean up where this suspect ditched his vehicle and took off.
If we can welcome Tammy back in now. Again, y'all are watching this live from Sky I-13 and our reporter Tammy Rose in the air. Tammy, how would you describe the way police and law enforcement went about this pursuit? We know that is always a question in these situations.
Yeah, I mean, they always can back off in these chases. Like, it looked like they did, or they even lost him, but it didn't matter because we had them as well as the police helicopter. But what's so scary is when the suspect got back on the Gulf Freeway, and you saw it on live TV, hit an innocent bystander. Again, you're looking at the aftermath of that truck, a lot of damage. Only hoping and praying that nobody was hurt in this chase. Again, the suspect got out of his vehicle along with the dog, headed east of the Gulf Freeway, tried to hide in a vehicle, and police were able to nab him.
Tammy, can you tell if the other people that were hit are near their vehicle, if they seem okay or not? I know that is always a concern when other people get caught in this type of crazy pursuit.
Yeah, so far I'm just seeing tow trucks. I have not seen any ambulance. Well, actually, look at this. We got a couple of people, you know, probably obviously shell-shocked here from what happened. I mean, you're just driving on the Gulf Freeway. And again, you know, traffic is slow because there's so much traffic going inbound just south of downtown. So you're not expecting anybody to come up behind you at a high rate of speed. So again, we're still waiting for an ambulance, but what a scary situation because the suspect's vehicle, as you saw, caught fire, and it looked like, just from the chase, it looked like, you know, the wheels, as we see, the tires get shredded down to the wheels.
Oh, we just abruptly cut out there. We'll go back to the White House. We are about 4 minutes away from 420 on the East Coast. If you would like to join me, get your marijuana accoutrements ready. The live shot outside of the White House. We're still awaiting possibly another press conference. 2 minutes until 4:20. DJ Dub, welcome in. We've had a one-on-one kind of press event with informal with Zelensky and Trump in the Oval Office. Was not near as contentious as February's, and we had a round table with Maloney, Starmer, Dutch, Mertz, Macron. And that was basically just all of them going around the table and making just a vague statement. They have been meeting inside of the Oval Office, and we are expecting them to come back out, possibly for another press conference. I knew you'd have a great fucking time. Did watching the show last week, did that help get you pumped? Or week before last? Oh, fucking A. DJ Dub out here living the life. Shit, I did miss 420 because I was fucking with some dumbass on Twitter. Let's see if I can suck something out of this. Apparently way more in it than I thought there was. It just needed to be charged. Holy fuck. I've been sucking the hell out of it. But apparently it just needed to be charged. Oh my god. I admire Curiouser. She just took off the 2 days we were on the road, came back, worked her job, then got the granddaughter for the weekend. I bet she is very wore down. She did not come over last night. She usually comes over after she drops off the grandkid. So that's how I know she's incredibly tired. But it was a fun fucking trip. Me and DJ Dub both saw excellent shows this past week. Be jealous. I noticed the Weekend's music have been recharting. What'd you see this past week? I probably had something to do with that because I did listen to a lot of Weekend after I came back. Helped him chart again. Is that a emo band or a metal band? Has to be one or the other with that name. God, I love you, Byronic. A trans rapper, hell yeah. I think we're all just lurking at the moment. I don't know that we're going to get another press conference, but possibly. T-minus is the gift that keeps on giving. It is getting low, though. It's getting low. There's not much left in it. But it totally got me stupid-eyed. I don't know, YouTube people. I may have to ditch you and put on some music if we're going to sit here and watch this. Because I'm bored. Yeah, I think podcast people, YouTube people, Kick, Rumble, we'll see all you fuckers later. Twitch people, you can stick with me. We'll turn on some music and wait for this press conference. Possibly. Later, losers. We'll see you on the Troll Patrol tonight.